I wonder how Nigerians would intentionally inflict, problems on Nigerians, not even foreigners. Well, good enough we have a farmer in here, the managing director of Banjiko Motunde Farms Limited. He's also the chairman of LCCI Agri Group. Mr. Tunde Banjiko, good morning, welcome.
Thank you, Ine, for having me.
Well, I mean, when I saw that report and the findings there and I've heard it, personally, I like to smell and ensure that I smell at least that natural taste of palm oil and everything. But it just blows my mind that individuals somewhere, because they feel they want to make money, they purposely put chemical in edibles, and they know, or perhaps they forget, that someone from their family could be the one to consume that product.
It's our selfishness that has blinded us. And the value in the society we have placed on money now is what is leading to some of these things, and that also calls the attention of the regulatory agency. That what are they doing? How did some of these products get to the market? What are the regulations we have put around products? From production. We've talked about value chain several times here, where from the production to the storage to the distribution within the market. And that's why the conversation around traceability now has become a key conversation. That the product that gets to the market before they go to the consumers, we should know their source. So we should start talking about traceability.
But Mr. Watunde, I mean, let's look at it practically.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a largely informal economy.
Yeah.
For some of us, we kind of prefer, I have my grandmom in the village, my auntie in the village, you understand, please send me palm oil. So these things, even a lot of people who sell at the open markets, they get from
those people.
From those people. So it is highly informal. Once we introduce the government agency, you and I know that issues of fines and duties, and a lot of these people, exactly, a lot of these people will be knocked off the chain, and then we start complaining. But I mean, then perhaps that is what we need.
But we'll have to look at, like we just looked at that report now, what's the consequence of also not doing this thing? Because we want it cheap, but we also want it regulated. So for us to prevent some of these, I'm even looking for words to put on them, that brings in these adulterated products. We have to find a way to skim them out, if that's the word, or take them out of the market. And the only way to take them out of the market will be regulation. We'll have to be able to, even if somebody is sending it from the village, sending it to Lagos, and probably they should put them together somewhere, because that's what actually happens most times. They aggregate the
like
product
a cooperative
together.
Or stuff.
Maybe a cooperative. But let's be able to say this is coming from Ijebu, the local government. It's coming to Oshodi market. That's the only way. If not, somebody will stay in between and just gather some bottles and pour whatever chemicals into it. So we can't be scared of regulation. And that's, we always compare ourselves with developed country. In developed country, does your grandma just send you something?
You can't.
Even they can, you can, but stuff are regulated.
It goes through a level of regulation.
Until we are putting those regulations, you go abroad, you can buy meat from a meat market, but before you
got to that meat market, it's going through regulation.
So they know, okay, this meat is coming from this place, this is coming from that place, even to the extent of labeling some of the cows.
Yes.
So we can't be scared of regulations and also want it the best way. So we'll have to choose one.
I'm just saying, because before you know it now, one association will come and say they're knocking us off the value chain of palm oil.
No.
You understand?
No, the truth of the matter is they can't knock us off. The only thing that will happen is, instead of you getting it directly, like just the example you gave, maybe your aunt is sending it to you. Somebody, and that will be a business also for some people.
Yes, it is.
So somebody will have to go to that particular local government, gather all the available palm oil. Then we know who is bringing it from this local government. We know where they are taking it to. 4 goes to this supermarket, 5 goes to this person. And that's the only way. That's business created. And then the person will probably have to register with.
That's revenue for government.
Revenue for government too. And then, but at that point, we'll be rest assured that what we are getting is quality products. So
because the increase in the case of cancer,
much.
It's very scary.
And you know, the scary part is even young children are not exempted.
And now, yes.
Young children.
I had a 5-year-old with cancer.
Wow. So we have to do
explain it. Anyway, but as Chris said there, before the government steps in, let us be our own gatekeepers.
And you know, he said something in that report too. We love to. I'm not blaming us. That's why I'm using us. We want to maximize our resources. You see one.
So you see the cheap one.
You see one labeled 10,000, one labeled 3,000, and you know you start saying, "Let me go for."
But sometimes it's not about the price.
But you know, there's some. What I also advise here this morning on palm oil and some other products, you don't have to go for the foreign brand. We have our local ones.
Yes,
Okomu is here. Yes. Presco is here.
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm mentioning brands. You know, the local brands that we know, go for them.
Because we can actually trace them.
Those are traceable.
Anyway, let's go to why you came here this morning. So we came because of this report saying that there's 5 million Nigerians will experience acute food insecurity this year. And then we've had so many numbers. There's also a total of $516 million required to reach 2.5 vulnerable people across the nation. The issue of food insecurity in Nigeria is not new. There's also a report that says about 3 million Nigerians under the age of 5 across are projected to suffer from severe acute malnutrition, all in this year, 2026. And we've traced a lot of this to insecurity. In Nigeria, a country like Benue State, for instance, we hear that a lot of the farmlands have been left not occupied. Farmers are running away from it. A lot of insecurity. It's a reality for people in Benue, Boronu, and all of that. And it's more of a reality when it comes to us in the south, because we consume most of what they are producing. So recently we heard that the federal government inaugurated a committee to end rejection of farm exports over pesticide residues. I don't know if that's the priority of our problems now.
It is one of it.
It is one of it. But I mean, do we even have the food when we're talking about uninhibited farmlands in areas that are supposed to be the food basket of the country?
It is one of it. So we'll try and separate the issues so that we see where they are connected. We just finished talking about adulterated palm oil. So the committee the government just set up now to look at pesticide residue in food, that also has to do with our health. So while we are trying to meet international standard, while we are trying to do our export earnings so that our products are not rejected, it also has to do with our health, because if the volume of pesticides in this product is above the limit, you know, there's a maximum residue limit. If that limit that is being produced locally is above that, it's also an health issue. A major one as well. But you know, when you dissect this issue of pesticide residue, I looked at it from the point of production. We can't keep shying away from regulatory authority. I was speaking to a young chap, a farmer, about a week ago. They sprayed their vegetable farm, and they were, you know, when you spray, you think maybe for another 1-2 months you should be fine. And he said, "Sir, 1 week after, just one rain, everywhere is covered up again." So what that means is that they will spray again. That's where we start having the issues. So the issues start with adulterated pesticides.
Exactly.
Fake pesticides. What should last you 2 months is not even lasting you 1 week. So what happens is farmer now starts spraying. So you now over spray the farm, and that's where the problem begins. When you now leave the farm, you get to the storage, and that's why I love this committee. The person heading it is in the NISPRI, Nigerian Storage Research Institute. That's the person heading it. At the storage now, some farmers, some retailers will also use some pesticides to preserve. And when they also spray, you are increasing the volume. So at the end of the day, what the government has found out is that there's losses for us, because at times the painful part is You take some of those products out of Nigeria, they get to the point of destination and they are rejected, and you are even to pay for the destruction. So you are losing the product. They will even now tell you that you have to pay for the destruction of that product.
And even if it's not exported, if it's used in the country, then Nigerians are consuming poison into their body system.
So you are consuming something that is probably going to be affecting you one way or the other. So that's why this committee is very good. The only thing
Sorry, I don't have a problem with the creation of the committee. It's just that we have seen one too many committees.
That's what I was about saying.
Work
I'm also part of one that was created last year, August.
Okay.
And after
what was
creation,
that one?
For cocoa, to boost cocoa trading in Africa.
Have you been working?
After that first meeting, we've not had any other meeting.
You see. So, I mean, we get all this news and...
You know, as I was coming this morning and I reflected on what I'm coming, I said, I'm also a part of
a committee.
And, you know, after the first meeting last year, August, and maybe...
It's almost a year
now. The minute of the meeting was posted on the WhatsApp group that was created, and I've not seen any other comment on that group. So I will only implore the committee to really do their work. If there's
you done your own work in your own committee?
I'm not the one to I'm a member of the committee.
You're not the head of the committee.
I'm not the head of the committee.
Maybe you should reach out to the head of the committee.
It was created in the office of the Minister of Trade and Investment. So
Dr. Jumoke is very active.
Very active, but she's not the chair of the committee.
Yeah.
She just steers the committee. So she's a very active person, I admit that. So that's what I would just advise, that this committee should look at the various aspects of, like I said, both from, they shouldn't look at just how can we do bilateral trade conversation, let them accept our product, and that's not where we should start. We should start the conversation from the quality of products, because it's a major thing now. I'm sure some farmers listening know. Now you don't even know the product to buy in the market. Because
but who makes this pesticide? Are they imported? Are they
some are imported, some are, is
there no standardization there?
And you know, I think there was a day we discussed something around this here. Some of the product we are using has been banned in the country producing them.
Yes, we've discussed that.
So if they've been banned where they are being produced, why are we still...
Are we less humans?
Why are we still importing? So that talks about those in charge of that, NAFDAC, SON and all that, that these products have been banned. Why are they still being imported? Then for the ones that are being produced locally, who is monitoring the quality of... Because we'll keep going back to our first conversation this morning, where you are supposed to use maybe 3 liters of a particular product, constituent, you use 0.5, just because you also as a producer wants to make money.
Yeah, you don't want to record the losses.
You don't want to record losses, or you want to also maximize profit. You are thinking of power. Then you reduce the quality of what you are producing so that people can also come and buy more.
Yeah.
That's the intention.
You don't want your costs or your price.
You are lowering your cost one. Then there was one that I think happened some months back. I think maybe NAFDAC or something discovered a particular market in Lagos or somewhere in the east where they were removing the label, expired product label. They removed it
and then put it back in the market.
So when you push such products into the market, people will use more. So we can't separate because I can't regulate. So we'll have to call the various government agencies responsible.
But Mr. Banjoko, this doesn't solve the insecurity problem, which is also depleting our food production.
No, we can't separate government from insecurity. Because look at the state you mentioned. 3 main states were flagged in this year's report. Bauchi, Adamawa, and Yobe states. That those are the 3 main states where the effect of what we are feeling this year is going to be more. And because you look at the number of IDP, people in IDP, even in our country, close to maybe, I think it's between 3 to 5 million people. These are people that should have been farming.
Yeah.
Now they can't farm, they're in IDP camps. So that's...
And their farms have become home to...
Their farms. So most of this, I was looking at a report some days back. There's a particular local government in Niger State called Mango. I realized it's bigger than almost 3 states, Lagos and some other states combined. Just one local government. So imagine if, I'm not saying Mango is not, it's been occupied now, but I'm talking about that's what we are seeing. If most places where they should have been farming,
there are terrorists occupied.
People are withdrawing from there.
Yes.
So that's why insecurity is a major thing that we have to address to reduce this number. And we are still battling with floods. We are still battling with the cost of production. All these things we'll have to address them to reduce this number.
That's a whole lot to handle.
They are scary. The numbers are scary.
I know.
You know the numbers
All
are
right, Mr. Banjoko, Managing Director of Banjoko Motunde Farms Limited, and also the Chair of LCCI Agri Group. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I guess our job is to keep talking about it.
We'll keep calling the government to their, and people also to do their job. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take a break now. When we come back, we're concerned about phone fraud. We hear that Nigeria is one of the highest. We have the highest data of phone fraud. We'll talk about that in a bit. Please stay with us.